Source Podcast.
Welcome back. This is your host, Anna, and this is the Thicker Source Podcast. Along with me is
Michelle,
Molly, and Melissa.
and today is going to be about just, questions. Because, random topics in Anna's minds. I was like, when was the last time that we thought about something, like, really, really thought hard? Or, like, questioned about stuff. Some deep thinking. Because I love talking, obviously. So, I was like, what are some really good philosophical questions to ask? Because I feel like small talk here and there, sure. But has anybody really thought about things? So, I just wanted, I just wanted to kind of like talk about some things. So I have a couple questions. And I found it on this website called Allocation. And this is just for funsies. So please take this episode with a grain of salt. Okay? All right.
got it.
So there are some questions that they ask about happiness. And I just kind of want to do a round table thing. I'm going to ask the questions, and then you guys just fire away when you want. Okay?
Okay.
The question is, what is the meaning of a good life? In your own terms, I should say. What is the meaning of a good life?
I don't know.
I see you guys' gears just kind of like all up in there.
Well, like, would it be like a good life?
What you consider, because it's all opinionated. So what Michelle considers a good life, what Melissa considers a good life, and what Molly considers a good life.
I guess for me it would be this is in no particular order too. So
Yeah.
I think having like a good work-life balance is a good thing to have. Meaning like work stays with work, and then your personal life stays with personal life, but you also have to remember to balance it and not have either one of those like leak into the other. Because sometimes you bring work home, and that just starts up like a lot of time and issues with quality time with your family and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you listeners have felt that, or have done that, or have had your significant other do that. And it's just not fair, and it's not fun. So, yeah, I think a good work-life balance is really good. And what else? Setting time to yourself as well, personal time. Remember to take some time away and breathe, and take in the air, the life of whatever that's going on. And I don't know, if you have kids, then I guess it would be a good life if they actually want to be around you. They want to be around you. They want to just sit and chill, cuddle, or whatever. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You and your significant other is in a good place. I know it's not going to be like 100%, perfect, lovey-dovey or whatever. But I think if you have like a good system with your partner and your kids, then I would consider that a good life. It doesn't need to be lavish or filled with, extravagant vacations and parties and whatnot.
Okay.
So for me, it's just a simple.
So to summarize what you said, then how Michelle sees a good life is a balance between work and your personal life, but also prioritizing yourself. And in your situation, you would consider it a good life if your kids want to be with you.
Yes.
Okay. All right, girls, who's next? You still thinking, Molly?
Yeah.
Okay, we can come back to you. Do you want to come back? We can go to Melissa if you're still thinking.
Yeah.
All right, Melissa. What do you
Okay.
consider? What is the meaning of a good life?
I think the meaning a good life for me. Sorry, my sore throat
Sounds like
She
she's.
sounds like she's about to cry, but she's not.
Yeah.
No, I
Not
told you
gonna
she
cry.
sounds. I was talking to her last night and I said that she sounds like those old ladies that are really frail and their voice is shaky, where they sound like they're gonna cry, but also
it's
that.
been what 90 something years or 67
Yeah.
years.
It's been
Been
18
over 80 years.
Is it
Say that. Say that.
84?
Let's.
No.
Yeah. Let's see if we can kind of edit that. Let's listen.
Wait, what's
What
the
is
number?
this?
I
she
think it's
said?
84.
Yeah, something over 80.
Yeah, it's been 84 years.
It's been
or something like that.
84 years.
I think it's 84.
Okay, let's.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's been 84 years.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, I have a sore throat, so I'm not crying, I swear. But
Bless you.
Thank you.
my definition of a good life is just I've had this I had this thought in my head where like I really don't care if I move up in the corporate world. I don't
Uh-huh.
really care for like titles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to kind of like what Michelle says, work-life balance,
Yes.
where I want to do that for your paycheck or whatever, but then still have enough time to do my passions and all that other stuff. A good life for me is good food, good friends, good people to be around that makes me feel safe and wanted,
Mhm.
kind of thing. And so a lot of those half-assed stuff, I really don't want to handle that anymore,
Okay.
kind of thing. And so a good life to me is just a very simple, to me, fulfilled life. I don't really care about as long as like the bills and stuff gets paid, cool.
Yeah.
But with me, I'm just a very simple person, and to me that's a good life to me.
Mhm.
Whether it's sitting in silence with my significant other, just chilling on the couch,
Mhm.
that's fine with me, or watching TV, our favorite TV shows,
Mhm.
that's a good life to me.
Mm.
I'm just a very simple romantic person.
Okay.
Yes. The nice, quiet life.
Yeah, I'm fine with,
Okay.
so to me that's a good life for me.
So, then to summarize, what Melissa would consider a good life is being a good work life, personal balance too, but also surrounding yourself with people that are clear, are near and dear to you, and then also something that's is simple. A simple life is what you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
much just
Okay.
simple things like that's fine with me.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. And now we have Molly. Are you ready?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
How to make sure it was on. I don't know. I would say it's very similar to the two, where it kind of like a simple life, but I think also I would like to go out and do stuff as well,
Mhm.
because this day and era, not many people go out to do stuff now and enjoy the outdoors and stuff.
Mhm.
It's like there was this one post where my boyfriend was talking to me about, where there was some, what do you call them, Gen Z kids, where they were freaking out because they were hanging out with their friends outside,
What?
like out, like not in, because they're so used to just hanging out online,
Oh,
but they were actually out doing stuff together.
face to face.
Yes, and then millennials would be like, yeah, that's called hanging out,
Yeah.
which most people aren't doing nowadays.
True.
And so I would think, yeah, just probably going out and enjoying out, just the outsides and stuff, because not many people do it nowadays.
Okay. So then, to summarize for you, then you will like enjoying the outdoors and nature.
Not really
Or,
like just
like-
nature in general, but just anywhere besides the
At
comfort
home.
place that you're used to being at.
So experiencing life, basically.
Kinda, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that's
Because
good too.
it's just somewhere. It's just something besides your comfort spot, your comfort zone, and so it kind of makes you experience a lot more. Because I don't know if I talked to on the podcast, but like where there's this TikTok video where they asked these old couple what they regret doing,
Uh huh.
and it was that they decided to travel at a very old age
Mm-hmm.
because they said since they're so old, when traveling they weren't able to do what they wanted to do when they traveled.
Because they were too old and rickety.
Yeah, so they suggest to like travel when you're young and struggling,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have all that adventure during that time. While when you're older and you travel, you can't do anything
Yeah.
to what you wanted to do. So all you can do is probably just enjoy the view, rest, and stuff. So you can't really actually do what you wanted to do.
Like
Okay.
the more fun,
Mhm.
Yeah, the more fun
adventurous
stuff.
It's more an adventure when you're broke.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of like,
Should I do it?
just do
No,
it. F it,
just do it.
it.
Kind of thing. But yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't want to regret a lot of things that we could have
Mhm.
done
Okay.
when we were younger.
You are speaking true to your sun sign.
sun sign.
Yeah. Her
What's your sun sign?
her actual sign, her
Oh,
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
They like
Yeah.
to
Because they love
travel.
to travel
Yeah.
and
traveling's
experience
fun.
things.
It's just the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
And
That's
the
what I said.
time.
You go when you're broke and you're
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
like,
it's
just
true.
F it. I'll find a way. F it.
Okay.
Credit card.
No, when the
So-
credit card's like, no.
So then
Get
you
another credit card.
so because you add in more things, so then what you would consider a good life is just experiencing things, basically.
Yeah, to the fullest, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess then on my turn, I would consider kind of like a mashup between, but for me, I just think I would want a fulfilling life where I'm just surrounded by the people that I love, and um, a life that's full of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I want a life full of mistakes, or it's not regrets. It's kind of like, oh dang, like I did that. Now I know not to do it. You know what I mean? So it's not like regrets. It's just kind of like, ooh, they're not gonna do that no more.
Yeah.
So
Learning experiences.
yeah, and since I do cherish like my experience in life too, I would say that also just like trying new things. Like I said, it's kind of like a combination of all of what you guys would consider is just to have a life that's full of experience, because like like you go out in Thailand, like you always have to let things go or let things slide for the younger siblings, or like you always have to be the one that gives and just like gives in,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that like just challenging that norm and wanting to just experience everything
Mm-hmm.
is going to be challenging for me myself, like overall. So yeah, just the meaning of a good life for me, like I said, is just experiencing new things and making a lot of mistakes. So
Okay.
and I know you guys want me to like make a mistake, like whoopsie, pregnant.
Yeah, we waiting.
Yeah,
we
on
waiting.
that.
So yeah, so anyway, on to the next question. Let me see.
Dun, dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
This is a good one to ask you guys. Is it easier to love or to be loved?
Repeat the question again.
Is it easier to love or to be loved?
Is it easier
To love or to be loved?
For me personally, I would say it's easier for me to love,
Yeah, I was going to say that because
because I wear my heart on my sleeve and I love hard, and so
Yeah.
it's just it's just gonna go.
Natural to you, like
Mhm.
it's just gonna be natural, and it's not forced or anything.
Mhm.
Okay,
Whether that's like romantic or friendship or anything like that.
that's the word I was gonna say. Second nature. It's like second nature to
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
I think it's also because we get very easily attached to people,
Mm-hmm.
regardless, even just talking for them for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that it's very hard. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say attached. It's more like we empathize.
Yeah.
With them a lot.
Emphasize or empathize?
Empathize.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're very empathetic, and so, it's kind of like, how can you not?
Mhm.
To like each person that you meet, it's kind of like, how can you not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least like try like for once, or like try for a little bit to see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
And if it really doesn't work, then you tried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said it's easier to love, and you do too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least for me
For
personally.
you, and then what about for what are your reasons why it's easier to love than to be loved?
I think it's because for to be loved, for me at least, I think it's very hard. I see it very hard because personality wise, it's
Mm-hmm. It is hard for you. Shit. 咋录个是呢？个姐姐被录个呢？录个。
yeah. I don't know. I think it's just never really mattered to me.
Whether if someone loved you or not.
Yeah, because you can see it through actions and stuff, so you already can tell, but based off actions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that are usually I could see that already on certain people, and that usually just turns off for me at least.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's the boundary that you set, and
Mhm.
basically. Okay.
But if they're willing, to come back, then yeah, I can always, yeah.
Okay.
It usually flips it back on.
This is a switch, huh? Flip it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Michelle?
I can't really pick between the two.
Yeah. Because you're, I would say, you have that twofold deal because you're a mother, too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, school us.
School. So, in the view of being a mom, it's easy to love your kids because well, for me, in my experience, it's easy to love my kids because those kids are a part of me. They were a part of me. I grew them inside, my uterus, my womb. So for me, you can't help but love them because they're yours. You made them. So it's you're kind of in awe almost all the time because you're like, you look at them and they're like half of you, while the other half is your
Legit half of you.
yeah, while the other half is your partner. So to me, it's easy to love them. And then easy to love or easy to be loved. Yes, easy to love them. And I'm like my sisters where if you love somebody, we love hard. But sometimes there have been times where I get tired of loving.
Yes. That it can be a fact.
Yeah.
It can be right.
Yeah, where I don't want to be the one loving anymore. So
She just
it's
wants
easier.
to be loved.
Or a lot of times, like in my case, you don't know when you're loved.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That happens all
nobody's
the
ever
time.
showed you
yeah.
before.
Love you, idiot. That, you want somebody to say that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't beat around the bush, you
Yeah.
know. Say it word
Be
for word.
direct with me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's like me with my boyfriend, where he'll sometimes just stare at me, and I'm like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Nothing. I just enjoy watching you," and I'm just like, "I'm not doing anything."
Don't look at me.
I know. Sometimes I'm just sitting there eating, and I'm just like, "Why are you watching me eat?" He's like, "I just like watching you eat."
I just laugh because I said, I love you, idiot, because I say that to Mike all the time. I freaking love you, okay? Sometimes when we're passionately arguing, I'm like, I love you, gosh. 'Cause you guys know how affectionate I am.
Yes.
Yeah. I care about you so much. Like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I just felt like I feel like I have done nothing but give love my whole life, to where I think it would be easier to just be loved,
Okay.
because I'm just tired. You know.
So then, like, you individually by yourself, you said that it's easier to be loved.
Yes.
But then the mother part of you as a parent would say that it's easier to love.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes
Yes.
sense.
So I agree with both ends.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, I think it exhausts me more a bit.
That's true.
So, while love is fun, and great
Or
and wonderful, it's exhausting.
yeah, it's exhausting when you don't get it back.
Yeah.
That's what it is when you're constantly pouring and pouring and pouring, and you're not refilling your cup. Is what's exhausting.
Sounds like you're going to cry.
Shut up! I'm not. It's my sore throat.
No, it's kind of like this one video I saw on TikTok where there's an Asian guy explaining the love for the difference between love from an Asian, I guess, a non-white person parent to a white person parent, where they show you the love, every day on the daily, while
Yeah.
like non-Caucasians families where they do it differently. So like I think he was explaining at an Asian parent, the way they love is that they invest, like they buy things for their
Yeah.
kids for the future, so in the future they can use that thing that they buy later on for them to start. I don't know how he explained it, but it just made more sense where he says that they don't show it directly, but then they buy things.
They invest in like things for their kids.
Yeah, for their kids.
Okay. Yeah.
And for the future, for them to learn later on to use it or something like that. Something like that. It was
Like to make their life easier and stuff like that.
yeah, it's kind
So-
of like that. I just
Okay.
forgot how he explained it, but it made sense when he said it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not like white people where they show it daily like that, which is probably why
Kind of
the
like
two questions.
kind
are-
of like how white people like to say "I love you" to their kids,
yeah,
stuff like that, like quite frequently. Whereas Asian parents, they don't say it at all.
they don't say nothing.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why they say they don't say it is because you should know by
Our
what-
actions.
Our
yes,
actions.
their actions.
But then sometimes their actions don't really show
Portray it that
portray
way.
it that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Again, be direct.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I think that like this question is loaded because I think as a society, not just in our Hmong community, but in society in general, for girls, it's just easier to love on that aspect because we always usually just give.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's automatically ingrained in us to give, to give, to give, to give.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so it's rare to find girls that are loved or like that enjoy the feeling of being loved, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. I guess you could say for me then, I think it's easier to love as well. And I agree because of just how I've been raised. Like, and Michelle can agree. Like, we raised our siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's second nature for us to just kind of like love, 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 love.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But then, we have a breaking point.
Yeah.
And then you start yelling like me. I love you, you idiot. Gosh. And then you have someone argue back. We're like, well, I didn't know. And I'm like, I tell you every time, I love you. I'm not comfortable with that, okay? That's what he always says to me. Yeah, so that was a really good question. Because like I said, it's like a twofold thing. And there's no right or wrong
Right.
answer because, you have to really think about it. And the feeling of being loved or to be loved, it's kind of, it makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm so used to giving the love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But Michelle says, I'm ready.
Yeah, I am ready. So whenever I get it, I like indulge.
She's like, I'm swimming in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a really good one. Let's see if there's some. Oh, did have this one. The next question is, let's see. What is true friendship? What is true friendship? And our listeners or viewers, if you can also comment below, or if you want to add anything, share with us. But what is true friendship? Me. No, just kidding. There's no rush.
I don't know. I haven't talked to my friends in a while.
I think it's more. Yeah, I think it's like what your own definition. What
I
you
know,
believe,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, it's been that long since I've
Talk to them.
talked to them, so
Oh.
it's hard to answer that question.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard because like I am an introvert, or I guess I'm more of like an ambivert, but more on the introvert side. So it's like I believe friendship, true friendship, it goes both ways.
Two-way street.
Yeah, it's a two-way street.
Okay.
And it's like, for me, it's like it's like I have my ride or die chicks, which is you guys, but also I know also that you guys are like, I'll ride with you, yes, but I'm not gonna die. Well, what's going on, type of thing.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Like, if she killed someone, you're gonna go.
Will y'all help me hide the body with no questions asked?
This is just for educational purposes.
Yes.
But it's just a scenario.
But
Like,
it's just
Yeah.
a scenario.
if
It's
that
a
happened.
scenario.
I would not
First of all-
help you hide anybody at
First of
all.
all-
That's illegal.
If you did, obviously you're in the right.
Well, first of all, it depends who that person is. Because if it's an important person,
That'd be kind of hard to hide.
and we're gonna have like the mafia or something chase us afterwards.
No.
Oh my God, girl, you digging in too much.
You watch too many dramas.
I haven't watched any dramas,
First of all,
y'all.
let us know before we bring our phones, because that's the number one thing, y'all. Phones. You leave your phone at home. Okay.
Yeah, phones can ping. Because
No, you
And
leave your
don't
phone at
text
home.
it. Just call and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, meet me."
Yeah.
It's like, so I love ride or die friends.
Yes.
They'll follow you, no questions asked. But I also understand how some friends will be like, hold up, where are we going? What's going on? And that's perfectly fine too, because they
Yes.
have the right to know. So, yeah, so that's that. And the true friends are the ones who check up on you.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, especially when you guys go for so long of like not hanging out or talking or whatever. So it's kind of like those friends who you can go a while to not seeing, but then when you guys get together, it's as if nothing has changed or no times have passed and whatnot. So it sounds very cliche. It is very cliche.
Just say it.
But I think that's just what it is. It's a two-way street. It's like, I'll be there for you. You be there for me.
Chandler.
Sorry. Yeah, that does. Yeah. No, seriously, because it's pretty much what that show is, the Friends show. No matter what, I'm there for you. And then hopefully in return, no matter what, you'll be there for me, to support me, to help me figure things out or whatever, whatnot. And also it's kind of like you also won't be bad mouthing me behind my back to other people and stuff like that. It's like, if you love me, then you love me.
Okay. So then, to summarize, then your definition of true friendship is someone that's loyal and trustworthy and
True. Like Mulan.
like,
That's what they say in Mulan.
yeah, that's what you view true friendship is.
Yes.
Yeah, and someone that is good at communicating with you. That's a big indicator. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, I love communication, even if it's just like a 2-3 word text.
Hey,
Like
hey.
ding me here and there, or whatever. We don't have to hang out every day or every weekend and stuff like that. No, like I said, I'm an introvert. I get burnt out. So yeah, no. So,
So you want a friend that's gonna be like, I need you to back me up in this fight because that guy just punched me in the face. So I need you to help me.
well, yeah. I mean,
And let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
5 seconds.
I figured any friend would do that.
But wait, how big is this man first?
Be like, I don't know. I'm still dazed.
Do I need to bring backup? Is what it is.
Oh, okay. So that's a good definition of true friendship. Molly?
Oh no, I think it's basically what Michelle's basically had already said already.
A lot of the same characteristics of
But
being...
then it's like I said, I haven't had, I guess, that. My friends weren't really like that kind of thing, because I think we were still like in like the very first few stages of friendship, I would say. But we haven't gone that deep, or at least when we try to, usually the other party kind of just shuts it off,
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah,
All
I
right.
would say yeah.
But how you view it, though, is still similar to Michelle.
Yeah.
You want, open communication. You want someone that's going to have your back and who's loyal and true.
Yeah, because usually if I end up talking to like an old friend, usually we just pick up to where we were there, or we catch up or something. That's probably it.
Okay.
Oh, I have something to add.
Yes, go ahead.
I also think a true friend will also accept you for who you are, how you are.
Yep.
It's like, yes, they can get tired of you. Yes, they can, want to like choke you sometimes, but they'll still love you. They'll still be there for you. So, again, yeah, they would love you. They will love you as you, no matter what. So,
Okay. That's a very
and vice
good,
versa.
It's a very good thing to add.
Yeah.
Melissa?
Oh, I was gonna say they give. What was the question? What was the exact question?
What is true friendship?
Because I'm thinking of my friendship with as you guys know, that's probably like my longest friendship. Thought back on it, and it's been almost 15 years of friendship with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, 15 years, y'all. That's a lot.
I'm old. Yeah.
15 years. And so when I think of that, I think of her, and I think of how, we create space for each other. When it's time, when it comes down to it, we create a safe space for each other to come together and kind of just talk things out, vent things out, things like that. And so I think that's very important when it comes to friends, is being able to have that safe space
Yes.
with each other, and then being able to grow with one another. And so them being able, both of us being able to see different versions of that person and still love you the same,
Yes.
is what I think is a good friendship is. Because a lot of people, as that saying says, they'll love you for your root, or for your flowers, but not for your roots. So when your flowers die, they don't know what to do
Yeah.
anymore, kind of thing.
They
But
kind
like with
of toss you because
Yeah.
you're not.
not what I thought you were, kind of thing. But with me and my situation, we've kind of gone through so many versions of ourselves, but we still love each other the same,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And we're still there the same, even though we've gone like years without talking to each other because of, I guess, whatever shit we've both have gone through. But when we get together, it's always minimum 8 hours on the phone with each other.
Sorry, your sore throat does not make it.
It just makes it sound like you're crying and getting emotional.
I'm not crying.
Me and Ryan, we've been friends for over 15 years.
Shut up, bitches. Shut up.
Only I can do that because my throat hurts too, so that's why I sound the same. And because we've been friends forever.
But we have though, you know, and so
No, you're right. You guys
yeah.
have.
So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then for you, be like being safe with giving each other a space to be who you truly are,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of all the trials and tribulations that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and like just being like respectful, basically, because like that's one of the foundations of a relationship, and a lot of people kind of just think like, oh, it's not important, or like they don't really think about it, so
Mhm.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like you guys have a very trustworthy and respectful friendship, if
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I would say for me, I struggle a little bit because I have trust issues myself with what I would consider true friendship.
Mhm.
Because, like, in order for me to trust somebody else, I gotta trust myself.
Mhm.
So this question would be hard for me to answer, but I mean, I would hope that like, being friends with someone, like, what I would consider true friendship is also like, being honest with each other, and even though things are hard, and if there are fights or if there's like disagreements, that to understand that in the end, this is your friend, and
Yeah.
you guys have been through stuff together. It's just the way that life works.
Mhm.
That you should give each other space to acknowledge what happens, and then kind of just like grow from there.
Yeah.
And so that's what I would hope. But like I said, like, this question is hard for me to answer because I personally don't trust myself already. So
Mhm.
since I have so many trust issues already, then I can't honestly say that I can trust somebody else to be my friend if
Yeah.
I can't even trust myself. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, that one was a really fun one.
Friends.
Friendships. FRIND. What? What is SpongeBob song? Oh, that's fun.
That's fun.
Woo.
Also, that's his fun
Ooh,
song.
baby. Don't ask me.
Stop.
Me and
She's gonna-
I have been
She's
friends
gonna laugh
for
like
so
an old
long.
lady, like a super old lady. Like,
It's been 84
up.
years.
Next question.
Okay. That was a really fun question, though, about friendship, because you can have as many friends as you want, but if they're not qualitative friends,
Mhm.
then it's like means nothing. So,
Yeah.
all right, moving on to the next very deep philosophical question on my list. What's more important, doing the right thing or doing things right? What is more important, doing the right thing or doing things right? Floor is yours, ladies.
Doing the right thing.
Yeah. Doing the
Doing
right
the right
thing.
thing is more important than doing things
Right.
Yeah.
doing
So
things
the way I'm
right?
hearing this, or what I'm picturing as my example, are like
Uh-huh.
stupid ass laws that were placed. That it's against the law, like for like segregation.
Yeah.
It was against the law for the dumbest reason, but it was still the right thing to treat each other as equal human beings.
Yeah.
Kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
So I would say do the right thing.
But then people will also question you too, be like, "What's the right thing?"
Whatever your moral compass is.
she's
Me,
pulling a Mulan.
wha-
My heart tells me what to do.
Be true to your heart.
yeah, whatever your morals are. I'm sorry, to me that's not right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
So then you say doing the right thing is always better than doing things right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Molly?
You're the same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle?
I mean, like I said, it it depends. You know, like Melissa says, it depends on your moral compass and what is the thing that you have to do it the right way compared to what you think is right. It's I mean, overall in general, my answer is do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do the right thing as a decent human being and a person with morals and a heart. You know, so even if um, even if doing the right thing is not the right way to do things, like how some people would say it, then kind of like how, like going back to Alyssa's laws thing, like what's going on nowadays, where a lot of states have laws against same-sex couples and stuff like that. It's like, how do I word this?
In a nicer way? Or just
No, it's like doing the right thing is just letting them live their life. Like, don't bother them or whatever, compared to following the law and doing things the right way, which a lot of
Oh, trying to get rid of like equal, like the whole marriage thing.
yeah and stuff like that.
Oh, it's like making it your business to make sure that that's
Yeah, doing things right, you know, like according to the Bible, because
Yeah.
that's where everything
comes from.
comes
stems
from. It circulates from. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of like doing things the right way, which is according to them, which is like wrong. You know, and like it doesn't make sense. Whereas as you do the right thing as a decent human being with morals and love, and you just leave them be, type of thing. Sorry, that got a little political there, but
That's fine. This is a space to kind of talk about, whatever. So,
yeah. So doing the right thing will always come before doing things the right way.
okay.
You know, obeying the law or whatever. You know. So it's
It's a very touchy subject.
it is a very touchy subject.
And
You know.
it, again, it always applies to different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, when we think of, or for me, when I think of scenarios with that, it's always something political
Mm-hmm.
like that. And it always, for me, it always comes down to
It's okay.
just do the right thing, okay?
Mm.
Like,
Be a decent human
yeah,
being.
just be a decent human being.
It's not hard, and it's kind of like,
It's not gonna bother you. It's not gonna bother you that much, is it?
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yep. That is a very loaded question again. I'm fat. Loaded potato fries. Sounds good. Loaded nachos. Sounds good. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I get that. This does apply to like those political things, like what's happening right now. With like the Palestine people and everything. And in summary, I don't support genocide
Yeah.
at all. I don't support any kind of ethnic cleansing,
Cleansing.
and I do my part to calm my reps and do what I can,
Mm-hmm.
And like you have this gut feeling when you come to that crossroad. What is the right thing to do anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm gonna be like, oh shoot, like I was one of those people that didn't help, or I chose to turn a blind eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it kind of reminds me of our spirituality versus religion
Yeah,
episode. And we
yeah.
were talking kind of like this too, where it's like,
Yeah.
how do you know that you're not wrong? Or how do you
Yeah.
know the Bible's not wrong? You know? And so it's kind of like you can't just base big decisions, especially when it comes to somebody else's life,
Oh yeah.
based on a book.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's all about, rational thinking too, or not rational. It's thinking analytically, like, using your common sense, and like
Yeah.
you should question everything that comes to you, because if you just are always a yes man, then and agreeing to everything, then how do you know that that's right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should question things.
Mm-hmm.
But how where that gets us in our community, questioning things is questioning authority. So
And then
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there is no such thing as questioning, but
You get a coach, yeah. That's what it is.
I do encourage everybody to question everything that they see and hear, especially like in the media and everything, and do your own research. But like I said, it all comes down to what is the right thing, and you don't want to be on the side of history that's supported the wrong thing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was a little heavy, but that's meant to be brought up. So let's see here. I do have more questions. I think we're still good on time too.
We're at 47.
Um all right, so the last question here. Sorry. Sorry, Molly, you can cut this out again.
question here. She's all.
I'm gonna wait.
Reloading.
So the last question I have on my list here is there intent behind every action?
Like bad intent?
It just
Or-
says, is there intent? I think it's like bad or good. Is there intent behind every action?
I wouldn't say every action. Let's say, because sometimes, knowing me, I am very oblivious and not.
You just kind of robotic and just do it
It
automatically.
just comes out,
Yeah.
and then you don't realize what came out would affect the other person or something.
Yeah. Is there intent behind every action? And we basically say no, and I agree too.
Yeah, because like I said, there are some times where I'll say things to people and I'll sit there and realize, oh my god, that may have offended them, but I didn't know that.
That's not what I intended.
Yeah.
Well, you can't help but be honest. It's just who you are.
Yeah, that's just how I am.
Yeah,
though.
I agree with you guys. No, there's not always intent, but for every action or anything. Like, say, like you save a kid from like a burning building or whatever. You didn't do that with the intent of being rewarded for saving him, right?
Now, all the time, there are people that are evil and that are Aquariuses, and they just do stuff because they're like, I'm gonna do this because I need something.
that must be a February Aquarius.
Yeah.
That's like the that one thing I was watching, the Stephanie Sue chick with the Rotten Mango podcast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She was talking about the collapse of the mall overseas, and they were saying like there were people there helping, looking for people
Mhm.
in the rubbish and everything, but then there were also people there who were just trying
Looting.
looting and stealing all the high end merch and stuff. Kind of like that. Where they're like
Yeah, so that has intent. Like
Yeah, that has
they
intent,
intended
yeah.
to go there and loot.
loot instead of actually looking
Well,
for people.
Like I said before in the previous episode, I believe in karma. So go ahead and do that while literally people are under rubble. And honey, you're gonna meet your fate. You're gonna meet your fate.
Fate.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
So what you list?
Say the question again.
Is there intent behind every action?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no because a lot of times it's kind of like your
Or sometimes, a lot of times, I do it out of love. Sometimes, so I'm just thinking like, because for us, like automatically, it's like for me, my love language is gift giving.
Mhm.
So sometimes when I meet you or whatever, I buy you a gift.
Mhm.
It's not my intention to like
Get something in
make
return.
you feel bad or get something in return. It's
Yeah.
just that's just my love language is I bought you a gift
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. That's just the way I love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Here, I got this for you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Thought of you.
Thanks.
Here.
Yeah. So for me,
What do you want?
yeah. So for me, it's not like, because I know sometimes when I do that to people, they're kind of like
I didn't give you anything.
that, or like they think that like I'm trying to win them over
manipulate them
Yeah.
or
or
something.
manipulate them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, that's not what it is. It's
Honey,
just,
you know what that is? That's them projecting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I'm like, that's not what that is. It's just
That's just me.
that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so yeah, so a lot of times it's coming from a place of love. It's because that's my love language.
Yeah.
Is that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know. And so I would say whatever y'all said.
Yeah.
No, there's not intention
There's no
behind
intent.
every action.
I was gonna say
Exactly.
because in scenarios, it's you don't actually. You're not thinking with any intentions because it's just like your reflexes or like whatever you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, or there's this. What is that word? It's like you like are doing it because you're like pumped to do it. It's not the word pump. You guys gotta help me out. I can't think about what the word.
adrenaline
Yeah,
or-
adrenaline.
Okay.
It's just your adrenaline
Yeah.
rushing through you, and it's not you thinking like I need to do this, this, that. It's just kind of like ah,
Yeah.
and that's it. So
So then, like an hour or two later, you're like, "Oh, maybe I should have said that."
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, well, this wraps up our episode for philosophical questions with Anna, and so. If anything, this episode I want to remind everybody to question everything that they hear and they see in media or around them, because there are things in your bubble that may or may not be true, and you should go and look at for some answers to see, and always question things. And it's not bad to question things because it could make you understand and be more empathetic towards other people around you and in the world too. So, but this is it for episode 46, and we appreciate you listening in. So,
We'll see you
see you next time. Bye.